The Acolyte, Star Wars' newest show being directed by Leslye Headland, is at 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. Many of the fans think there's no way possible that the show's going to get a second season. However, there are some fans who say, of course there's going to get a second season because this is so bad. This is exactly the direction that Disney Star Wars is going. Well, guess what? Leslye Headland just gave a big update. Let's look into it. Entertainment Weekly asks, you've mentioned a possible season 2, so not knowing when you crafted this, how many seasons you were going to get, did you craft a firm season finale, ending like Obi-Wan Kenobi, or is it teeing up more story to come, like the way Ahsoka ended its first season? And here's her answer, guys. I'll tell you my philosophy on first seasons. Something that I've noticed is first seasons will end on what should have been the break into Act 2. It feels like everyone's really expecting to get a second season, and I don't feel that's a good idea. She doesn't feel that's a good idea. I think most of us agree. Probably like about 86% of us. But she continues, I think you should put everything you can into the first season and give the audience a nice resolution that feels satisfying, but enough nods to mysteries that you would want to see a second season. So it's a little bit of both. You don't want to leave it so wrapped up that, like Obi-Wan or a standalone miniseries, that there's no reason to watch a second season. But I think there's enough stuff in the last few episodes that you would want to have answered. No, nobody's going to want your answers, Leslye. Nobody cares. And the whole thing about Kenobi, Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, Deborah Chow, they're on record wanting to do a second season. You know the reason that they're not getting to do it? Because it was so bad. They can't justify making a season 2. That's why it's not going to happen. And the rumor came out that Kenobi was actually going to be a movie. That is not happening, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's really difficult to try to kind of guess what Star Wars and Lucasfilm's going to do because you can't use logic because they constantly do the illogical. However, there's just no way that's going to happen. And she could say this all she wants to, but the masses have overwhelmingly spoken. People are not interested in this series, and the numbers are going to continue to go down. People are watching our reviews on YouTube. Content creators review and trash the show way more than they're actually watching the series on Disney+. And here's the irony in all of it. Here's a question that the shills can't answer because they can't face the truth. Go and look on YouTube and see how many live streams you can find where someone is reviewing The Acolyte or giving a reaction to The Acolyte. It's a live stream show, and they love The Acolyte. They support Disney Star Wars, and they think everything's great. See how many viewers that channel has. Every single time I find one of these channels, there's only literally like 12 people there. And that is just another indication that Star Wars is sick, not healthy, not doing well. But she's not done talking about Season 2 yet. She's letting her plans be known. Where are you now in terms of Season 2? Have you written outlines? Are there scripts? Are you just sort of playing the waiting game? And she says, I remember reading that Vince Gilligan in writing and doing the first season of Breaking Bad really didn't plan on. We're getting 7 more seasons, and this is what's going to happen to Walter White. It was so much more. Here's everything we got. We're throwing everything at the wall. And then with the pickup, he mapped out, okay, here's what's going to happen over the course of how many seasons. So I took that approach with this. I threw everything into Season 1 because who knows what's going to happen? We do. And then I'd say there are 4 to 5 major mysteries and plot points that have to get into Season 2. But until we get a proper pickup, I worry that spending a lot of time in that world, especially being in a period where I've worked so long on this project that honestly, I'm exhausted by it coming out, to kind of jump right into like, all right, Season 2, seriously, Leslye, take your time. It will probably be more that I know what needs to happen, and I know what the character development needs to be in order to hit the plot points and the character points for a 2nd, 3rd, or 4th season. Hell no. So I look forward to working on that, but right now, I haven't. Don't worry, Leslye, you can get all of the rest you want, girl. You just go chill with Vernesta Rowe, your wife. Everything's good. No worries. Nobody wants The Acolyte Season 2. You have officially made the worst Star Wars we have ever gotten. Ever. By far. So thank you for your time, but go ahead and be gone. Let me know in the comments what you think. Answer this question. Is The Acolyte going to get a Season 2? I can't wait to read your comments. We are Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you. See you on the next one.